Still ready for you.
Hey Victoria, can I get it one more time? 25555. Thank you.
Good morning, Mr. James.
I was supposed to be here yesterday, but I didn't want my court date. I thought I was supposed to be on the 25th. And I called the court.
Okay. I will reinstate your bond today.
I called the court, and she told me here this morning. So I had to get 2 buses. I get 1 bus.
There's no need for you to say anything. Just don't miss court again.
Yes, sir.
Sir, you're charged with assault, bodily injury. You're facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. You're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one will be appointed to you, sir. Okay.
I'm sorry, but I just told from my computer.
Jamie,
We have to do probable cause.
That's not just a slip-up, that's a legal faceplant. 530 nanograms of THC, that's 10 times the federal threshold on felony probation. This could sink her case, but should compassion for a caregiver outweigh the hard line of the law?
Remain silent. I don't want you to say anything because I don't want you to hurt your case anymore, okay?
On March 13th, 2025, at approximately 3:11 a.m., officers were dispatched to a gas station in Houston, Harris County, Texas, in reference to an assault. Upon arrival, officers met with the complainant, who stated the defendant assaulted him with his arms. The complainant stated he was at the gas station when an unrelated suspect started beating on him. As he was getting beat,
Imagine having your freedom tied to a promise, then watching that promise disappear with a job transfer. This is the hidden chaos of the legal system to dismissals. Ghosted is Adrena caught in the cracks, or creating them.
and then jumped onto the complainant and started beating on him as well. The defendant struck the complainant with a closed fist and strangled the complainant from behind with his forearms in a chokehold for 5 minutes. The complainant passed out. The complainant stated he felt pain. The complainant pointed out the defendant, who was across the street, and the officers attempted to detain the defendant, and the defendant resisted. The complainant positively identified the defendant. The complainant and the defendant are acquaintances through the complainant's girlfriend. The complainant had a bruise on his neck and a bump knot on his cheek. I have spoken to the complainant. So, from what the complainant has told me, it is
Sir.
consistent.
Move.
It's consistent with the wreck, but then also this other suspect apparently had fired at their vehicle while the defendant was being detained, and there's an ongoing aggravated assault along with this as well for the other suspect.
Who that is?
Yes, I've gotten his name. I need to reach out to the officer to see what the status is on.
This right here is courtroom rule number 1. Zip it. Anything you say can and will be turned into Exhibit A. When the judge says stay silent, he's not being dramatic. He's saving your case.
Have the name of the other suspect.
James, I'm going to find that there's sufficient probable cause to go forward with your case. If I find that you put hands on anyone in this life from now on, I'm going to revoke your bond, and I'm going to make it so high you'll have teeth falling out. Do you understand? You are not to consume alcohol, illegal drugs, or unprescribed controlled medication. I'm going to randomly test you. If I find that you're using alcohol or illegal drugs, I will revoke your bond and put you in jail. If I find that you're a danger to my community, likewise. No more PR bonds. Do you understand? You are not to have any contact with this person. You're not to go within 1,000 feet of this. Was it a gas station?
Yes, it was a gas station, Your Honor.
This gas station, and I'm going to put an ankle monitor where I know where you are at all times. You just had 2 aggravated assaults in a burglary building
And I mean,
months ago. So,
Tell him,
Mr.
I ain't
James.
nothing to do with this.
I want you to understand something. I will protect my community at all cost. Do you understand?
I understand that, sir. But I
I don't
touch nobody.
5 full minutes. That's not a scuffle. That's potentially deadly force. If true, this jumps from a basic assault to a felony with serious implications. Is it exaggerated, or is Mr. James's way out of line?
Up between
Here's
the
what
guy.
we'll do. Here's what we will do. I will give you a lawyer today. We will wait for this evidence to come in. There's always two sides to a
Yeah,
story.
the officer said they need the film from the gas station.
I,
That exonerates me.
I want you to listen.
So,
There are always two sides to a story. And the evidence will point to whose side is correct. We are giving you the benefit of the doubt, and this is why you are out in the free world as it is now. But if I find that you become a danger to my community, if I find that you pick up a new case, if I find that you break any of these conditions that I set forth, you know what's going to happen. Do you understand?
sure.
I don't want to hear this. I don't want to hear that. It doesn't matter to me. All what matters to me is going forward, what happens. And I want my community safe.
Understand.
Judge, can we also get a residential restriction for him not to be able to go near the complainant's residence as well? Because from what it sounds like to me, they all know where each other lives.
No, I know.
So,
When I say I don't want you to have contact with the complaining witness in this case,
Can I just say one thing?
hold on. It is a Mr. Hernandez. When I'm telling you I don't want you to have contact with this person, it's phone calls, text messages,
Oh.
social media, where this person lives, where this person works, where this person hangs out. If I find that you are anywhere near this person, then I will revoke your bond. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
And here's the rub, is that if I make your bond $5,000 to $10,000 or $15,000, and you don't have anyone to make that bond, you will be stuck like Chuck until this case is over with. All I'm asking you to do now is keep my community safe and don't go near this person.
I don't communicate with this person. I ain't touching nobody on it. I was freaking this guy.
Stop. I will give you a lawyer today. You can tell your side to the lawyer, and then you...
No booze, no texts, no 1,000-foot breaches. Mr. James just signed the legal version of a zero-tolerance contract. One wrong move, and it's game over. Is he misunderstood, or a ticking time bomb? Let us know.
I don't need to be involved at this time.
But the officer told me they could.
Look, stop. I don't want to hear it. You have the right to remain silent. Exercise that right. You are not to be in possession of any weapons, no alcohol, illegal drugs, random testing, a GPS monitor, and no going within 1,000 feet of where the lives or doesn't work.
How many communicators you got?
Do you mind appointing Miss? Okay, I'm now going to give you a lawyer. You will be able to speak to the lawyer, and then you guys can come up to an agreement. You must remain in contact with the lawyer. If the lawyer tells me he cannot get a hold of you because you're ducking and dodging phone calls, I will issue a warrant. Do you understand?
We're young.
You can talk to him. He'll be here shortly, and then you can tell him what happened. All right? Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Thank you, Your Honor.
We're good.
No, okay, thank
You
you.
know,
Yeah. Come on, let's get
I
this.
have nothing.
There's no alcohol. Same thing applies.
yes, Judge, the conditions, are we reinstating the bond?
Yes.
Okay, then all
I'll
conditions
change-
will continue.
Okay. Alan, you ready?
Yes, sir, Your
I'm
Honor.
talking.
This is more of a final service matter than anything else. I would like to reapproach Your Honor on Mr. James. Mr. James has some questions about the probable cause, and if it's possible, I'd like to have probable cause read while I'm here with him so that I can communicate to him adequately everything that's going on.
Okay.
Thank you,
Hold on, Mr. James. He's saying there's no probable cause.
Your Honor. I think at this point I'd like to just say that he's not fully understanding or appreciating the magnitude of what's going on so that we can communicate effectively. I'd just like us to have the transparency.
Absolutely.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Are you ready?
Yes, sir.
Okay. You are charged with assault causing bodily injury. You are facing a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. She's going to read what happened in this case. Please.
On March 13th, 2025, at approximately 3:11, officers were dispatched to a gas station in Houston, Harris County, Texas, in reference to an assault. Upon arrival, officers met with the complainant, who stated the defendant assaulted him with his arm. The complainant stated that he was at the gas station when an unrelated suspect started beating on him. As he was getting beat up, the defendant jumped onto the complainant and started beating on him as well. The defendant struck the complainant with a closed fist, then strangled the complainant from behind with
Okay,
his
hold on. Did you hear what that said? Did you hear that?
Yeah, I know that's true.
Okay.
What happened? That's what they're saying happened.
That's why we have evidence. Evidence points to whose side is correct. I know that you're saying it didn't happen.
Said that.
But the
Somebody said that. That's the probable cause.
We have
I got that. That's right. We're gonna work on it. Just listen.
with his forearms in a chokehold for 5 minutes. The complainant passed out. The complainant stated he felt pain. The complainant pointed out the defendant, who was across the street. When officers arrived, the officers attempted to detain the defendant, and the defendant resisted. The complainant positively identified. The complainant and defendant are acquaintances through the complainant's girlfriend. The complainant had a bruise on his neck and a bump knot on his cheek.
Your Honor, of course, he doesn't have a bump on his cheek or his neck, and they got the wrong thing. They got the wrong guy. We're gonna prove that. So, but right now, Your Honor, do you find probable cause? Judge found probable cause based on that. And we're gonna fight this, okay?
Okay.
Okay, now listen. Now we got one more thing to take care of. Your Honor, I understand that as part of his bond conditions, the court has requested he has an ankle monitor. Your Honor, we understand that the purpose of bond and the conditions are to ensure his return to court. I have talked to him and we'd like to make his next appearance required, Your Honor.
Okay.
We would ask that he not have to have an ankle monitor, Your Honor.
And the state would be opposed, just due to the complainant's safety and the threats to their life that happened, that was